been a long-haul trucker for almost a decade now. You see a lot of weird things on the road, but nothing quite like what happened to me on a route through Wyoming last year. I was hauling a shipment of auto parts from Denver up to Billings, Montana. The drive wasn't anything special, just miles and miles of empty road, pitch-black sky, and the occasional rest stop. It was close to 2 in the morning when I realized I was running low on gas. I hadn't seen another vehicle for what felt like an hour, and my GPS showed the nearest station was about 15 miles ahead. I figured I could make it. When I finally saw the glow of gas station lights in the distance, I felt a little relief. As I pulled in, though, something immediately felt off. The place was completely deserted. No other cars, no attendant inside, just a dimly lit station sitting in the middle of nowhere. I figured it was one of those 24-hour spots where the cashier disappears for a while. No big deal. I stepped out and started filling my tank. The night was dead silent. No wind, no insects, not even the hum of the neon sign above. That was when I noticed the car. It was an old blue sedan, parked at the far end of the lot. The doors were shut, but the headlights were on, dim and flickering. The driver's side window was rolled down, but I couldn't see anyone inside. Something about it just didn't sit right with me. I finished pumping the gas and decided to head inside, just to see if there was a cashier I could pay. The store was small, lined with dusty shelves, stocked with expired snacks and faded road maps. A flickering fluorescent light buzzed above. I called out, but nobody answered. I took a step toward the counter, and that's when I noticed something strange. There was a full cup of coffee sitting there, steam still rising from it, like someone had just put it down moments ago. Then I heard it, a faint whisper coming from the back of the store. My heart skipped a beat. It wasn't words, not exactly, more like the sound of breath moving through dry lips. I turned my head toward the noise, and that's when I saw movement. A shadowy figure ducked just out of sight behind one of the aisles. I wasn't about to stick around to see what it was. My gut screamed at me to get out. I turned on my heel and rushed out of the store. As I reached my truck, I glanced toward the blue sedan again. Now there was a man sitting in the driver's seat. I swear on my life that car had been empty just minutes ago. But there he was, hands on the wheel, staring straight ahead. His face was pale and his mouth was hanging open, like he was in a trance. Then, without warning, his head snapped toward me. His eyes, they weren't normal. They were pitch black, like two empty voids. My stomach dropped as he lifted his hand and pointed directly at me. His mouth moved, but no sound came out. I felt an overwhelming sense of dread wash over me, like I was standing in the presence of something I wasn't supposed to see. I didn't hesitate. I threw open my door, climbed inside, and fired up the engine. As I backed up, the man in the sedan suddenly started screaming. I mean, full-on, gut-wrenching howling, but his mouth wasn't moving. The sound was just there, filling the air around me. I slammed the truck into drive and peeled out of that gas station as fast as my rig could go. My heart was pounding as I checked the mirrors. The gas station lights were still flickering behind me, but the sedan, it was gone. Not moved, not driven away, just gone, like it had never been there in the first place. I drove straight through the rest of the night, not stopping until I reached Billings. Even after I delivered the shipment, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had seen something I was never meant to. I've passed through that stretch of highway a few times since, but I've never seen that gas station again. I even tried looking it up on my GPS, but there's no record of a station anywhere near that area. Maybe it was some weird exhaustion-induced hallucination. Maybe it was something else. All I know is that I'm never stopping for gas in the middle of nowhere again.